So, you've logged into StarCitizen and made a few bucks taking delivery missions around Stanton, but you've gotten bored, and now you've got the bug for something else. Today, I'm going to take you through everything you need to know when mining in StarCitizen, from hand mining all the way to fleet mining. But before I get started, make sure to check me out over at twitch.tv/Crunchy, where you can see me mining pretty much every time I stream. When you go out into the verse, you'll need to decide how you'll begin mining. There are three major mining types: hand mining, ROC mining, and prospector or mole mining. Each has different benefits and barriers to entry. For hand mining, you'll require a multi-tool, an orbit mining multi-tool attachment, and a rucksack, all of which can be bought for just under 2,000 UEC from any refinery deck. The ROC can be rented for 4,300 UEC per day, or bought for 172,000 UEC. However, you will need a ship that can carry it from point to point. I recommend the Cutlass Black, which can be rented for about 30,000 UEC per day and has a decent sized cargo hold. The Prospector can be rented for 51,524 UEC per day, or bought for 2,061,000 UEC. The Mole cannot be rented at the moment, but it can be bought for 5,130,500 UEC. So to start off with, we have to find some things to mine. If you're doing hand mining, go into your contracts tab and look for a mission that tasks you with finding a missing person. This will take you to a cave. If you're rock mining or prospect or mole mining, you will want to travel to a moon or asteroid belt and begin scanning. Hit tab, then hold down right click to 100% to send out a scan ping. A holographic cube will appear on your HUD telling you where deposits are. ROC miners will be looking for the smaller deposits with diamond symbols, whereas prospector or mole miners will be looking for rock symbols. You can then scan the rocks to determine their composition by holding left click. You will get their mass, the percentage of different minerals found in the rock, as well as other readings such as instability and resistance. If you're in a vehicle, make sure to hit M to enter mining mode. To begin mining, hit left click and scroll with your mouse wheel to increase or decrease the amount of energy you're putting into the rock. The goal is to get the energy level here into the green zone and wait until it fills up. You do not want it to hit the red zone for an extended period of time, or it will blow up the rock violently and damage you or your vehicle, as well as spread the insides of the rock far away from where you're mining. Once it's broken, you have to collect the ore. If you're hand mining, just go into interaction mode and click pick up on each rock. If you are in the ROC, hit right click to switch to extraction mode and grab all the rocks. If you are in a prospect or a mole, you may need to break the rock down again further until the rock is highlighted purple, at which point you can also change to extraction mode and grab the ore. If you are ship mining and you're having issues mining a rock, you may need to use a consumable that you have equipped to your ship. The default shortcuts for those are Alt +1, 2, or 3. In addition, you can see how much and what type of ore you have collected on the mining UI. But now it's time to make some profit. You can sell all hand mining and ROC ore at different stations and QT points around Stanton. I recommend looking at StarCitizen Trade Tools, link available in the description, to find out where you can sell all these items. If you are ship mining, you can head back to a refinery and either sell the ore directly for a small but decent profit, or put the ore into a refinery order and make double the money. On the refinery UI, we can see the specializations the station has, the current workload of the station, and the orders you currently have being worked on. We're going to start up an order, choose a method, which materials we want to refine from our cargo hold, and get a quote for how long it will take and how much it will cost. Each refining method costs a different amount of UEC and time to complete, as well as providing you with a different yield. But if you intend on mining multiple times a week, I heavily recommend the Dynex solventation method, as it has a great yield, low cost, but a very long refining time. Make a note, however, any materials you don't refine from your cargo will be lost, so it is up to you to decide if you want to add the extra time and costs to refine the worst materials. Once your order is complete, come back to the refinery station with a ship that has a cargo capacity big enough to fit the order. Complete the work order and put it into your ship, and then head over to any TDD in Stanton, Lawville being my personal favourite, and sell the ore. So, you've done a few runs, you've made a bit of UEC, but you're starting to wonder what are the best things to mine. If you are hand mining or in an ROC, you can mine Dolomite, Aphorite, and Hadanite. Dolomite is worth 130 UEC per unit, Aphorite 152.51, and Hadanite is 275 UEC per unit, making Hadanite by far and away the best item to mine using these methods. If you're in a prospector or a mole, it's a little different, as your ship can pick up things like inert materials which will dilute your cargo hold with items you can't sell. Here is the list of prices of raw materials you can grab if you sold them without refining, remembering that you will make double that if you do refine. As a rule of thumb, I will mine and extract any rock that has on average 3% per 1000 mass or higher of any mineral or griseum or better. Once I've broken the rocks down, I will usually not extract anything less than 15% of the materials I'm aiming for. You might have noticed a material there called Quantanium, which is worth a lot of UEC per unit. Quantanium as of 3.12 is the only volatile material in game, and as such it comes with some dangers. The second you extract any Quantanium into your cargo, a timer will begin counting down before your cargo goes critical and blows up your ship. You either need to get your ship back to a refinery and put the order through as soon as possible, sell the order directly, or jettison the cargo using your interaction menu and clicking the jettison cargo button. However, due to the huge profit the ore has, it is still often worth the anxiety. This brings us to components and consumables. The Prospector can fit size 1 mining lasers, and the Mole can fit size 2 counterparts. The only difference between the sizes is the distance you can mine from. Each mining laser can also fit an amount of mining consumables that provide you with temporary buffs and debuffs to your mining laser, and are essential to break some of the more profitable rocks in game. Some mining lasers increase your charge rate, while also increasing the damage a rock may do if it explodes, or decrease charge while also decreasing the instability of the rock, making it easier to crack. You can see the stats of all the mining lasers here. And similarly, you can also see the stats of each mining consumable here. I suggest you play around with the lasers and the consumables and find ones that work for your specific playstyle. You can buy these items at the refinery stations, although you may have to fly to a couple of different ones to grab all of them. So now for some tips and tricks. Firstly, no matter what anyone says, try to avoid solo mining in the Mole. At the very least, have 2 pilots in it, otherwise you will be better off just getting into a Prospector, as it is safer. Next, try to find a refinery station that has a decent bonus to the materials you are mining, and make that your new home. I have been living at Cruel 1, the ambitious dream station, and mining at Daymar, as the Bexalard and Quantanium refining bonuses mean I will get more bang for my buck mining those materials, and Daymar seems to have an abundance of both. If you are ROC mining, you can access the cargo from the rear of the vehicle and create a box in the ground that stays in your ship, meaning you can keep mining for much longer. If you are finding it too hard to find mining materials on the moon, try to quantum to an area at least 1/3 the way around the moon to find better deposits. This is due to the way they calculate ore rates and respawn rates. Mining laser bonuses stack. If you have a rock with a very small green zone and no optimum consumables in your laser, you can have a friend just turn on their laser and point it at the rock with 0 energy. If you have mined some Quantanium, usually once you arrive back on station, you can try storing the ship to avoid the explosion. This is not an intended feature, however, and will sometimes remove the Quantanium from your cargo, so only do it when desperate. If you rent a Prospector or Mole, you can buy the components you want to put onto the ship and then equip them in the hangar rather than in the persistent universe. However, once again, this is not an intentional feature. When ROC or hand mining, you will want to make sure you have a decent suit of armor that can handle extreme temperatures and atmospheres, as you will be open to the elements. And there you go. Now you can go out and make your first million UEC. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to get notified of more Star Citizen content. If there's something you want to see, make sure to put it in the comments below and let me know about which mining routes you've been doing lately. Have a good one.